Okay, today we're going to be learning how to lay out a 4-color process job on screens. Okay, the more you use this rig and the more time that you take at this stage, the less time it takes to actually align it on the press. So I have a jig. This is located over in the screen printing area. Please keep it over there. You're going to need that jig. You're going to have to locate it. You're going to need some tape, this type of tape. You're going to need your transparencies, all 4 colors. They're going to have registration marks. They're going to have their words so that you know what color is what. Okay? You're also going to probably need an X-Acto knife with a sharp blade. You're going to need all your screens to be emulsioned and dry. Once you have all of these things, then you can watch the rest of this video. Alright, so I'm going to start out by showing you this rig. So the rig has a line that goes down the center of it. This indicates where the center is in the whole jig. It also has things like top at the very top, and it says collar for a small armpit. So about 4 inches down is pretty much standard when it comes down to a shirt. So make sure that you use about 4 inches and you should be okay. Start with the color black. Okay. So black. My design starts here, so about 4 inches down. I'm going to lay that out. I'm also going to make sure that it's centered within that line. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape down right here, here, and here. This is my key color, I call it. Okay, it's not always called key color, but this is the color that all the other colors are going to align to. Make sure that you can read the color black the right way. So this is right red. All right, now grab any other color. And align your registration marks so they look good all over the place. Like every one of these lined up. They're going to end up moving in this next stage, so you're going to have to move them back. But you get a piece of tape so it's sticky side up. And you're going to put that on the corner, just like that. So now if I touch this piece of tape, it'll pick that up. If that doesn't happen, you did it wrong. Okay, put a piece of tape sticky side up on every corner. And finally, realign all your registration so they're on top of each other. Just like that. Now you take your screen and put it in the jig carefully. and then press down over the areas where it's sticky. And there we go. We've transferred the screen just like that. Now, you do that with all your colors. And I'll show you how to do the last color here so that it stays aligned. Okay, so for the last color, before you untape it, you simply put your sticky side up on all corners. Take a piece of tape, and you're going to take this piece of tape and barely put it on the piece just above it. It's to barely hold it, and I'm going to kind of zoom in on this area so you can see what I just did. So bear with me as I zoom. And a little higher. Okay, cool. So this piece of tape right here, you'll notice it's barely touching, but it is still on there. It's still taped it down a little bit. Okay, barely on there. Cool. So you only need one or two pieces of that. The idea behind it is so that it doesn't move when you release the other pieces of tape. But it is weak enough that it lifts up. So I'm going to cut these. Just like that. I'm just going to kind of score this one. That'd be lightly cut. And then I'll put this one down. And then rub the sticky area. And then carefully lift up. And if you did it correctly, it'll come up right with the screen. And that's how you do that. You have to do the alignment on every screen like that. Because if you don't, they'll be off on the press. Okay? And if it's off by 5 millimeters, you won't have enough wiggle room to compensate for it. So, again, take your time here. If you feel something went wrong, repeat. Always repeat here. You don't want to repeat out in the press. Okay? Cool. So now you can take and expose those screens and wash them out. I hope you enjoyed.